Back again, everybody. This is Earl again. My computer just crashed, and like everything else, you got to reboot and retool and get back in the fight. Listen, I want to talk to you today about being consistent. It is step 5 in my book, 10 Steps to a Smooth Pastoral Transition. This book is located on Amazon. You can pick it up right now, and I certainly recommend it for your reading pleasure. 10 Steps to a Smooth Pastoral Transition. We're doing step 5 today, which is be consistent. I first heard this message from Pastor Creflo Dollar at one of his conferences. He stood and he declared consistency is the key to your breakthrough. If you want to be great, if you want to do anything with purpose, you've got to be consistent. He taught us that inconsistency breeds mistrust. People don't trust you to help them. People don't trust you to keep your word. People don't trust you to really be able to follow through on what you promise. And so I want to help you today be more consistent. I want you to understand that consistency enables people to get to know you, enables people to get to depend on you for the things that you say you're going to do for them, because they really want to have trust that what you say you're going to do. And consistency is the key to them developing that trust. Can you help them? Do you care about them? Can they trust you? That's all they want to know. If you say that you're going to be someplace at a certain time, do you show up? Are you consistent? Do you manage your calendar? Do you manage your obligations in such a way that people can really predict what you're going to do, where you're going to be, because you've proven yourself to be consistent? And it's not bad being predictable when it pertains to being a leader in an organization, over a group, on a team. Consistency really paves the way for more effective service and to get more done, because now we can depend on that person who is our leader. Are you known to show up on time, or are you known to always be 30 minutes late? Either way, you're consistent, but your influence might not get the same results that you anticipate, that you expect. So when we say be consistent, we're talking about when you put things in place, when you set up your team, when you set up your organization, stick to the plan. Whatever you do, stick to your plan. Remain focused, remain aware of your surroundings, remain aware of your priorities, and just be consistent. Do not show up differently every day. Be your authentic self despite what might be going on in your life. To be consistent is to say, you can depend on me. I can depend on you. Now I have influence that has been gained and earned through proving myself dependable. Are you consistent, or do you switch back and forth from one thing to another? As a leader, it is important for you to hold yourself accountable to your own core values and standards, policies, regardless of the pull of the circumstances to cause you to waver. You cannot be someone else. Bishop Thomas L. Brown teaches that if you're walking in your own shoes, no one else can put them on. Namely, if you're doing what you're gifted in doing what you've been assigned to do, doing what you've been called to do, you never have to be insecure, because can't anyone do what you do the way you do it? Because can't anyone else be you? So be consistent. Now, let me give you a closer description. I am in the process of developing my social media platforms. And I have announced after each video that I'm going to get back to you in a day or two or whatever. And then, spontaneously, because I'm a spontaneous creative, I jump on here and I say what I'm going to say and I'm off. I'm out of here. Well, that's inconsistent. It's consistent in the fact that I do get on social media, but can you depend on me to be on social media at a certain time, on a certain day? Can you say to yourself, I'm going to follow this guy because he's consistent? I can depend on the fact that if he says his schedule is 9 a.m. on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, he's going to be there at 9 a.m. He'll be there at 9 p.m. Whatever time he sets, he's going to follow through and be consistent. Even if he has nothing to say, just get on and smile. Just get on and smile. Get on and just say, hey, how y'all doing? But he's there on time, at the appointed time that he determined would be most efficient for him and hopefully efficient for you. Consistency allows people to depend on you being where you say you're going to be, so they know that if they drop their schedule to be with you, you're going to show up. Disappointment, inconsistency is not a trait of a good leader. And so you need to be able to keep your word. You need to be able to do what you say you're going to do over and over and over, even if you don't really have anything substantial. The point is, you're being consistent, you're training yourself to be consistent. And if all you do is show up with a smile and a hug, you show people that you care about them and that you do, in fact, value their time. But life happens to us all, and you're not going to always be on point. You're not going to always have something significant to say. You're not going to always be in a position emotionally or spiritually to really impart or share. But you've heard it said over and over. Sometimes you got to push your way through. Sometimes you got to work against the odds. Sometimes you got to go upstream instead of downstream to keep your word and to be consistent. And so I would advise that you be sure to pray about everything you plan to do. Roll your plans over before the Lord. Make sure your convictions are unwavering and then stand your ground. If you do that, the congregation will appreciate you as a strong leader who is unintimidated by objection and who handles himself or herself in a priestly and professional manner. They can depend on you being you. In other words, don't make a bold statement from the pulpit, then cower in fear in the boardroom or the hallway. Be consistent. Do not compromise your values to try to appease anyone. Many a pastor has compromised his or her values in an effort to appease people, only to leave the ministry prematurely because they lost their identity. They forgot who they were, trying to be what people wanted them to be. But if you are consistent in who you are and you're comfortable in your own skin, I assure you, you will be an influencer. You will be able to influence people and to give people the assistance they need to make themselves better. Better people, better as a leader, better as an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're assisting them with, if they know they can depend on you, all will be well. Decide today that you will be consistent, that you will hold to your convictions, that you will not waver, but you will wait until you are convinced and convicted yourself before you take a position on any issue. And once you have taken a position, be consistent. Don't bow to pressure. Be authentic. That's how you develop your leadership influence. That's how you develop your ministry. And that's how you can reap the benefits of being able to lead people. I trust today that you will vow and pledge to be more consistent, to have a routine, to have a schedule in place that you will stick to and that you will allow to lead you. Serve your schedule, serve your calendar, serve your agenda, serve your people, and be consistent with what you have set your hands to do. Have a blessed day today. I want to get in more detail with you, so you can always send me a message and I will respond. But I am looking for some people who are willing to surrender themselves to their goal and purpose in life and subject themselves to the rigors that's required to see that goal come to pass. If you're one of those people, hit me up. I'm waiting to hear from you. You have a blessed day today. And by all means, be consistent. Build trust. Build dependability. And people will call you more frequently and more often because they know you'll do what you say you'll do. Be blessed. We'll see you next time. And I'll let you know my schedule. One thing's for certain. Once I set it, I'm going to be consistent with it. Take care. We'll see you next time.